Hello everyone, my name is Elijah Elliott and today I'll be talking about giant waves, but not just any giant waves. I'm talking about tsunamis. And so first of all, my three main points are the causes of tsunamis, characteristics of tsunamis, and the scales of intensity in measuring and how to measure tsunamis. So first off, the cause of tsunamis. There can be natural causes and human causes, but natural causes are about 95% of the causes, or even more. And there's earthquakes, landslides, volcanic eruptions, and glacier cavings. Earthquakes are the most common cause of tsunamis, and it's about 95% of the reason tsunamis happen. And it's when earthquakes happen on the sea floor, and then slabs of rock move past each other, and the water on top of the rocks would move, and it would cause like waves to form. Landslides can cause tsunamis as well, as a large mass of a solid enters the water, and it'll displace the water and move it like a wave. A volcanic tsunami can happen by an underwater explosion, causes a shock wave, and then the shock wave will push the water, and it's considered a tsunami, but they're not as big as some tsunamis. And glacier cavings is when giant blocks of ice fall into the water, like they break loose and they fall into the water and cause large waves. Humans can cause them as well with nuclear bombs, but usually that's not the case. Some characteristics of tsunamis are a tsunami. Tsunamis are basically just really big waves it's just waves with long wavelengths and low amplitudes, which means it just keeps going. And when they slow down in speed, the amplitude increases drastically, and it's because of an energy flux. So it needs wave speed and wave height remains constant for the wave to stay strong. Tsunamis cause damage by a large force of water traveling at high speeds, and a large amount of the damage that's caused is because the tsunami drags debris with it, like buildings and cars and stuff, and then that will hit other buildings and cars, and then it'll cause more damage. And tsunami's wavelength in the deep sea can be up to 200 kilometers, and they can have a speed of up to 800 kilometers in the deep sea, but once that hits more shallow waters and there's more land, that decreases a lot, and it'll make it so the size of the wave is way smaller, and the speed of the wave is way slower. And now scales of intensity in measuring tsunamis. For measuring a tsunami's intensity is where the height of the tsunami is averaged along the nearest coastline with the tsunami's height and the rise of the water level above the normal tidal level at the time of the occurrence of the tsunami. And that basically means the height of the tsunami for where it was on the coastline, and then it's averaged to the normal